Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video I'm really excited for because I am going to be showing you guys my current favorite flawless luminous foundation routine. It's kind of like my whole base, so it includes contouring, blush, highlighting, foundation, all of that jazz, but it also includes a lot of skin prep. So it's kind of like, it's super in-depth. Like I show you guys a lot of my favorite base products at the moment and how they kind of work in together to create a really flawless luminous base for your makeup. So as you guys know, I'm like obsessed with base products and I feel like I've perfected it at the moment. Like I'm just really happy with my current routine and the current products that I've been using, so I really wanted to share them with you guys today. So yeah, if you want to see how I achieve my flawless luminous base, then please keep watching. Alright, so obviously like the biggest part of a flawless foundation routine is your skincare beforehand. So I have got cleansed skin. I haven't done any of my skincare yet because I want to show you guys what I use on like a daily basis. This is kind of like my morning skincare routine. And you guys know I love to have like a really luminous, bright complexion, so I always use these products every morning, but I thought I'd include it in this video anyway because it does actually help in achieving my flawless, bright, radiant base. So the first product that I'm going in with is the SkinInc Wonder Serum. These are so cool. So they've got lots of different serums on the website and serums available in Sephora that you can kind of like create a little concoction, a little serum cocktail if you will, and yeah, you can kind of tailor it to your skin and your skin type. But they do also have the pre-made serums on their website and in store as well. So this one is just the Glow, Illuminate and Brighten serum. I use this every morning on my skin and you can literally like instantly see the glow. It's a really cool formula. I want to show you guys the inside of the bottle because it's got these little like colorful, I don't know what you'd call them, but they are kind of like a part of the serum, if that makes sense. And when you pat the serum into your skin, they kind of like burst and they are ingredients that are a part of like the formula. So I usually go in with one full pump of this serum and I just pat it into my skin. And you can kind of already see it's given my skin a really pretty glow. It's super natural, but it's really hydrating as well, which I love. And then what I do is go in with my Olay Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I use this again on the daily. I just recently, I don't know what it is, I have started getting some really bad under eye bags. I've never experienced under eye circles in my life, but the last few months, for some reason, I don't know, it must be aging. I finally feel like I'm aging, which I'm not enjoying at all. But yeah, my under eye creases and my under eye like darkness has been worse than ever. So I really like using this eye cream because it obviously brightens and it's got like a yellow tone to it, so it kind of counteracts the darkness under my why did I just have an American accent? Under my eyes. And then for moisturizer, recently I've been using the Cinch Face Cheater Cream Moisturizer. This is like a glowy formula. It's actually really cool. They've called it a Wonder Cream and apparently it lasts for 72 hours as a moisturizer, illuminator, pore refiner, and primer all in one. I believe you can get this from Priceline, which is really cool. I'm not too sure how much it is, but it's a 50 ml bottle and you only need a tiny bit. So I'm gonna go in with this to kind of prime and moisturize my skin all in one. I feel like you can literally see straight away like how much of a glow it adds to your skin. It's so beautiful. It kind of goes tacky as well, which is why I guess they say you can use it as a primer. I'm going to use some other products to prime as well, but I just really like this as a moisturizer. I love the way that it makes my skin look. So next up I'm going to hydrate my skin a little bit more. I, for those of you who don't know, have combo skin. I'm really dry towards like the outer perimeters of my face and then my T-zone gets quite oily during the day. So I do like to keep my skin quite hydrated and I have recently been loving this Pixi Skin Treats Hydrating Milky Mist. I picked this up when I was in LA at the Pixi store and honestly I feel like Pixi needs to be spoken about more. Like their products are so cool. They have a mixture of skincare and makeup products and honestly both ranges are really good. I don't know why more people don't talk about them. So anyways, I've been using this recently and I love it. It just adds like a really nice hydration to my face and keeps my skin moisturized throughout the day. It smells honestly so good. Like it smells amazing, and it's the most fine mist ever. Like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see. You see how fine that is? Amazing. I love it. All right, so next up I'm taking this NYX Angel Veil Primer. I've used this about 5 times now, and I actually really, really like it. It kind of reminds me of the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, but I feel like it's a little bit more creamy than the Hourglass formula, which I like because it's quite moisturizing on your skin. So I'm gonna go in with this around my T-zone because it is an oil-free product, and I find that it helps my T-zone to kind of stay in place and kind of acts as a barrier from my oils coming through later in the day. Alrighty, so next up I'm going in with probably one of my favorite products of all time. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Youth Glow. This is in the shade Medium 4. I featured this in my full face first impressions video a couple of weeks ago, and I have been obsessed ever since that day. I've been using it so often. Like, I am just addicted to it. I never want it to run out. I want an unlimited supply. It is incredible. So I'm going to use this to also kind of prime and prep my skin. I feel like I've used so many products today to prep and prime, but I can't even begin to tell you guys how important it is as a part of this routine. Like, it just makes such a difference. It helps the foundation stay on all day, and it just keeps it looking flawless and dewy and bright and radiant without looking oily or cakey. So I feel like all of these products, I know it's pretty extreme, but like, they honestly do make a difference. So I'm just gonna go in with this and kind of apply it over my face, and then I will rub it in with my hands. I think I may have mentioned this in my last video where I featured this product as well, but you can use that as like a primer, or you can mix it into your foundation to add like a bit of radiance to your foundation. You can use it just on its own if you're having like a no makeup day but you still want your skin to look glowy and luminous. Yeah, it's got like lots of different uses. So I know it's Charlotte Tilbury and it's considered like a high-end product and probably a bit pricey, but it is really versatile, and like, it's a massive bottle and you only need a tiny bit. So I feel like it is worth it considering how freaking good it is. I just feel like everyone needs to try it. Okay, so now that our skin is prepped with 400 million products, it's time for foundation. So the foundation that I have been loving recently for oh my God. It's really windy outside at the moment, and oh my God, that just scared the crap out of me. My backyard is right outside this window here to the left of me, and just then a towel that is like out there for Cooper, it's just like his towel, he plays with it. Anyways, the wind just blew it up and like it hit this window and scared the shit out of me. Holy crap. That's gonna be a hilarious replay. Oh my God. I had like goosebumps and everything. That scared the crap out of me. Whoa. Okay, anyways, I don't even know what I was up to. So the foundation that I've been loving is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I honestly don't know why this is called natural, because it's got insane coverage, but it does actually still look like your skin. Like, it is full coverage, but it's got a very skin-like finish to it. So maybe that's where the natural comes from. I actually wore this foundation to Casey's house last week, and I had really bad breakouts last week. So that's like a whole nother story. I'll update you guys on breakouts and acne and my skin in another video. But it was really bad on this particular day, and I rocked up to Casey's house with a full face of makeup on because we had something on that day. We had somewhere to go. Anyways, I had makeup on already, and later that night when I actually took my makeup off, she was shocked at how like my skin was, because it was really bad, and she was like, I had no idea you had all those breakouts. Like, you have makeup on all day and it was like your breakouts were non-existent. And I was like, I know, right? And it was because of this foundation. Like, for some reason the coverage is so good. Like, the coverage is one thing, but I feel like this foundation almost like smoothed my skin out almost, and that was in person, and Casey had no idea that my breakouts were as bad as they were. So I don't know, I feel like this is just like a miracle foundation. I also the following day wore it for a solid 14 hours. I had a video shoot in the morning, and then I had a couple of meetings in the afternoon, and then I drove all the way back home to the south coast, which is like a 2.5 hour drive. And so yeah, this foundation was probably on for like a solid 14 hours that day. And when I got home, I looked in the mirror and couldn't believe at like how well it had held up. My skin still looked flawless. And yeah, it's this baby. I feel like those 2 days really put this foundation to the test. So I can comfortably sit here and say to you guys, like, this is probably my new favorite foundation. I am obsessed with it. So the shade that I'm going in with today is Deaville. I have a feeling this might be a little bit too yellow and slightly dark for me today because I scrubbed off my tan last night, but I really wanted to film this video for you guys today, so we're just gonna make it work, okay? We're gonna make it work. So I've just taken 5 pumps on the back of my hand. That is 5 pumps. They're really, really small pumps out of this bottle, and I'm going to blend it in with my beauty blender and just dampen it up with a little bit of Fix Plus because it has dried out a little bit since I wet it before I started filming. Okay, I feel like this is going to be a little bit too dark, but that's okay. Look at that freaking coverage. That coverage is insane. Actually, I feel like this color's not too bad. In person, it matches perfectly. I feel like on camera, maybe it's a little bit darker. So I've mentioned this in a few videos before, but when it comes to my base, I like to really take my time on it because, I don't know, I'm very much like a base person. You'll notice that a lot of the eye makeup that I do is quite natural. I prefer to focus my time on my base and get that looking flawless, and then I'll pretty much run out of time to get ready and end up just doing like a bronzer through the crease or something like that. So my biggest tip for flawless foundation is to take your time with it. Really sit there and blend it into your skin. I really like using a beauty blender. That's just my personal favorite. If you are someone that likes to use a brush, that's fine as well. You can still kind of use the same technique, but just spend a lot of time just patting it into your skin and blending it in and letting it kind of press in and melt into your skin, because that's what's going to keep it looking natural and not super cakey. So yeah, you'll notice that I kind of apply it and cover my entire face, and then I'll sit there for another 2 or 3 minutes just patting it in and making sure that, I mean, the great thing about the beauty blender is that it does pick up any excess, so it kind of stops it from looking cakey. It picks up any excess product that may just sit on top of your skin. But yeah, I like to spend the 2 or 3 minutes just really patting it in, picking up any excess product to make sure it doesn't look cakey, and yeah, just making sure that it kind of melts into my skin and looks really natural. And by natural, I mean skin-like. You guys see what I mean with that coverage? Like, I'm just shook. You cannot see any of the breakouts that I had. All right, so I've used up those 5 pumps on kind of like my lower half of my face, so I'm gonna go in with a couple more pumps just for the rest of my skin. Moving on to concealer now. I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. As some of you guys may know, I absolutely hate the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I've used it so many times now and I'm trying. I've tried so hard to like it, but I just don't. But I do love the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It is more of like a medium coverage, but it is such a hydrating formula. It's just beautiful. I'm taking the shade Fair and I'm going to place this under my eyes and on my T-zone to help highlight and just conceal a little bit more as well. And again, I'm just spritzing some of my Fix Plus onto my beauty blender just to dampen it up again. And then just blending that in. All right, now we're gonna move on to contour. When I'm doing a really luminous, full coverage, flawless base, I like to cream contour because cream contour helps to keep your skin radiant and dewy. And one of my current favorite cream contours is the Nudestix Nudie All Over Face color in the shade Bondi Bay. This is amazing. I really like it. I love the formula and I love the color of this stick. It kind of reminds me of the Hoola contour stick. What is that called? I think you guys know what I mean, but the color of it is very similar to that, except I find that this one is a bit creamier. The Benefit one I find is a little bit dry to work with, so I do prefer this one. So I'm going to use this to sculpt my cheekbones, and I'm also going to place it on my jaw and my forehead to kind of sculpt and like snatch it all. Make this 5-head a 4-head. And then I'm just taking a smaller beauty blender and again, spritzing it with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm just going to use that to blend it in. Alright, so now I'm going to do a little bit of cream highlighting. My all-time favorite cream highlighter is the iconic London Illuminator. This is the shade Rose, I think. Where's the name of the color? Okay, it just says Shine. Is that the name? I'm not sure, but I think they've got two. So they've got like a golden one and then they've got more of like a rosy gold one. This is the rosy gold. I am like obsessed with this. I seriously love it. But today I'm just going to place it on my cheekbones just as a little bit of a glow before I start to add powders. So I've just put a drop that is far too big on the back of my hand. I'm not going to use anywhere like near all of that. I picked some up and then I'm just kind of dabbing any excess onto the back of my hand because I don't want to go in with too much. And then what I'm going to do is place it on the high points of my cheeks and just kind of pat it in with my finger to start off with. I like to bring it up around my temples as well. I'm quite lucky, I've got a lot of space in between my brow and where my hairline starts, so I like to really accentuate that and highlight that area. And just to make sure that it's all blended into my skin, I just go over with my damp beauty blender and just pat it in. Alrighty, so now it is time to set everything in place. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and do a little bit of baking. I'm just going to focus this right underneath my eyes so that it kind of like brightens but also stops any creasing or anything like that. So as you can see, I didn't like pack a massive amount of powder underneath, but I've packed enough so that it kind of bakes a little bit, and I'll leave it on for a few minutes and then wipe it away, and hopefully my under eyes will be looking flawless. And to set the rest of my face, the powder that I've been loving recently is the MAC Mineralise Skin Finish in the shade Medium Golden. Now I'm going to wipe away the powder underneath my eyes just with a clean Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush and just kind of dust it away. And then what I like to do is go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I take a mixture of these two shades here and I run that under my eyes as well just to help brighten them a little bit more. My favorite bronzer for like a really glowy bronze look is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Nude Bronze Light. I love the ambient lighting range from Hourglass. It is like my go-to when I want to look luminous. And I'm just going to take that bronzer on my Sigma Tapered Face F25 brush. I do have a discount code for Sigma. I'll leave it up on the screen here for you guys. It is an affiliate code, so you can use it if you like. You guys know I love my Sigma brushes. I use them in almost every tutorial. So I'm just going to go in with this product and kind of bronze my cheeks up with it. Not necessarily contouring, I'm just bronzing my complexion. So I'm blending it all around my cheeks. I also like to take it up onto my forehead as well. Ow! I have a new helix piercing. Oh my god, and I just caught it with my nail. I like pulled at the piercing. Holy moly, that freaking hurt. I'm also going to take a little bit of that bronzer on one of my Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brushes and just blend it down my nose to contour a little bit. Oh, it's like throbbing now. Ouchie, 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 ouch. Alrighty, now for blush, I'm taking one of my all-time favorite blushes. This is MAC Warm Soul. As you can see, I hope you can see as I kind of move it around in the lights, this also has a little bit of a luminous glow to it. It's the most beautiful natural colored blush, but it's got like a sheen, like a glowy sheen to it, which just helps to give that really luminous glowy complexion while adding a little bit of life back into your skin. I'm just picking that up on my Sigma Powder / Blush F10 brush. Next up, I'm going in with Fix Plus and I'm going to spritz this all over my face before I apply highlighter. The reason I'm doing that is because Fix Plus kind of leaves my skin a little bit dewy and a little bit moist. And then when you apply the highlighter over the top, it just makes the highlighter pop. Like, it looks incredible. Actually, I should probably do these two steps one after the other before my skin dries down. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlighting Duo. This has got 2 highlighters in it and I'm gonna use a mixture of both of them at the same time. I'm obsessed with these highlighters, absolutely obsessed. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, my Instagram username is Erin Scott Beauty. Feel free to follow me on there. I do post quite regularly, but if you do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I posted a photo the other day of my really glowy skin and I have this bad boy to thank. It is just the most beautiful highlighter. It's so stunning. It kind of has like that wet, dewy look to it. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love it. Love, love, love. All right, so now we're pretty much finished. I'm just gonna quickly go in and clean up my contour. So I'm taking the lighter shade in the Kat Bondi Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to just kind of run that underneath my contour. And it just cleans it up really, really nicely. All right, and now to set my base in place, I am going in with the Glam Glow Setter Makeup Setting Spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays for a really luminous and dewy finish. My other favorite is the Toucher Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Both of these do like a really, really nice job. This one is a little bit more on the oily side, so I tend to only use this one if I'm wearing my makeup for a shorter amount of time, whereas this one isn't super, super oily, so I feel like it lasts a little bit longer on my skin personally. This spray smells like a candy shop. I love it. And there we have it, guys. That is my go-to dewy, luminous, flawless, full coverage foundation routine. I know that it includes a lot of products and obviously I don't do this on an everyday basis, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys that even with breakouts, you can get a really luminous and flawless base. And yeah, you guys know I'm obsessed with base. Like, I love playing around with my base products and finding new products that I can add to my favorites list. So yeah, I really wanted to share this video with you guys today because I felt bad keeping this a secret. Like, I'm just obsessed with the combination of all those products, so I needed to share it with you guys. If you guys enjoy videos like this where it's more specialized to a certain part of my makeup routine, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I love responding to you guys in the comments section and chatting to you. I just feel like YouTube's one of those platforms that isn't as interactive as like Instagram or Snapchat. So when you guys comment on my YouTube videos, I'm like, it makes me feel so warm inside. So definitely leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't